Thank you, code number 3. Your perspective is refreshing. Now, let us call code number 4 to share her thoughts.
Nature is not a place to visit, it is home. Hello and good morning everyone present here. My code number is 4. In this era of 21st century, still we need to scream out loud. Save nature, save Mother Earth. Yes, we need to do so because of humans' inhuman activity, behavior and attitude. 28 July is observed as World Nature Conservation Day with the objective of increasing awareness about the natural resources. We all love nature in some or the other way. Some love it for its greenery, breathtaking beauty, and some for its gifts. A report on natural resources by an organization called World Wildlife suggests that since 1970, the pressure that we exert on planet has doubled. And will you believe the resources upon which we depend has declined 33%. Increased sea levels, storms, decrease in fresh water, melting glaciers, these all threaten our lives. I just want to say that we don't need to go far to understand the consequences if we are not going to save our nature. It's in our homeland, floods in Bihar. Many people lost their houses, their lives, their family members. And also we are not unaware with the current situation of Northeast. CBSE students, remember that poem which says, "Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink." I just want to say that all of you to conserve nature, because if we want to continue species, we need to conserve. There are so many ways to conserve nature. First of all, we need to control population, which is one of the main reasons behind almost every problem we are seeing nowadays. Secondly, we need to plant more and more trees because it's like a one-man army. It fights with global warming and retains soil health and also water too. At last, I want to say that it's high time to wake up. It's high time to wake up because if we are not going to save nature, it may be possible that we will see a future. Sorry, I'm saying that we'll not see that future because it may be possible that in future there will be no existence of human race. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, code number 4, for bringing up your thoughts. It really feels great to see that we are blessed with such an emerging speakers. And now moving forward, let's invite our code number 5.
In the beginning, he created the universe. It was phenomenal. It was mind-blowing. But then he decides all these creatures needed a leader. Alas, the creation of mankind, the dawn of new era. The Honorable Chief Guest, Father Rector, Father Principal, and Father Vice Principal, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Aishi, standing in front of you to present the news on the topic World Conservation Day. Many of us here today are in recognition that the threat from climate change is no longer some far-off problem. But are we doing enough to make it, conserve it, or to secure it for the future generation? Not at all. So the question arises, what we can do to serve our Mother Earth? What to do, how to do, and who to do it? It's not a question, but it needs to be a huge priority. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, our Mother Earth needs a huge priority. So the next question is, what we can do? So we can try to use vehicles for shorter distance not to pollute the environment. We can avoid so-called purifiers or RO waters which we are using largely or majorly in our houses. It's not just providing us purified water, it's also destroying our minerals from the water. It's also wasting 50 liters of water from the RO and giving us only 10 liters of water to drink. It's a major problem. Next, we can implement 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle for our conservation of nature. And also we can try our best level to conserve our Mother Earth for the plant, so that we can plant more and more trees so that we can reduce the pollution from the earth. In Patna, we can see we are largely using constructions. So the constructions are producing more and more pollution to the environment. So we can avoid less types of constructions from the environment and try to build apartment for the people. The apartment facilities are largely good for the people who are coming from outside, and it's also good for us. So last, I want to say that walk and talk is not effective, but walk the talk is more effective to conserve the environment. Thank you and dhanyavad.
Thank you, code number 5, for inspiring us through your thoughts. Let us welcome our 6th contestant, code number 6.
Namaste. It's never too late to start or change. Good morning, everyone present here. Today I, Aditya of BCP 2B, present here to view on nature conservation. We see nature as resource and we also depend on it, like air, water, mineral. But you only want development. It may be infrastructure, GDP or financial growth, because it makes your life easier and you want to show other countries that you are developed. Adding to this, our political leaders never talk about environment protection. What they have topics like Kashmir, note ban, GST. While in political campaign also, no political party add environmental protection in their manifesto, which they must do. Maybe our system has failed. Maybe it's high time to raise our voice against climate injustice. Let's talk about some facts. World Wildlife Foundation reported that our resources have declined by 33% since 1970. Since 1970, 33% resources have been deducted. Now let's see some facts in India. Niti Aayog reported that 21 Indian cities will be facing 0 day. 0 day means they will be having zero water, drinking water of their own. They have to import from other cities. Maybe this is the new India which the current government is talking about. It's an existence crisis. We the youth have to stand against this climate injustice. We have to change the system. We can't just sit like this. We have to do something. There are many types of exploitation done by us, like land exploitation. We humans are occupying too much land for our housing, building infrastructure. We should adopt apartment culture so that we get more and more land for planting trees. Adding to this, there are many companies which are releasing electric car, electric vehicle. But our government policy is not supporting them to come in India and start their business, because they are asking for high tax. Because of their own profit, we human beings are facing. We have to stand against this injustice. This is existence crisis. We have to wake up. Thank you, Zahid.
You light up the hall with your inspiring thought. Thank you, code number 6. It is the time for code number 7 to turn up with a speech.
Good morning to one and all present over here. My name is Prasad Bharadwaj of BCom Professional 2B, standing before you all to talk on the behalf of nature and environment justice. First of all, I would like to ask a question to you all. And my question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know that some of you would say that you see yourself as a CEO of some companies, or maybe you will be job creators, or maybe as an IPS officer, and so on. But if you ask the same question my answer would be completely different from yours. I would say that I see myself living uncomfortably in a sphere of poisonous gases and struggling for a drop of clear drinking water. Each one of us wants to live a healthy and happy life, and so we do a lot in order to achieve this. But what would be your reaction if I say that we are taking in a huge amount of poison every minute and even now? According to the recent report of AQI, that is Air Quality Index, the air around us is unhealthy to breathe. It contains a huge amount of carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide, which are highly fatal for our lives. These gases are already stuck in our systems and making us ill and minimizing our lifespan. You must have heard about droughts, floods, and famine in different parts of the world. Years before, these were once in a lifetime experience for an individual. But now, this has become a seasonal event for some. We have transformed a beautiful planet into a deathbed of thousands. And we still don't care. We still don't pay attention towards it. But the question is that how long will you not care? How long will you ignore the fact that we are moving towards the phase of mass extinction? Time is slipping out of our hands. And if we still choose to do nothing, then we would be left with nothing. I would request you all to change the answer of the question that I asked in the beginning of my speech and get prepared to struggle for your basic requirements on daily basis of life. At that time, even the smartest gadgets in your hands won't help us. Not even the tallest skyscrapers would protect us. Not even the biggest industries would save us. The only thing which can help us is our environment, our nature, a planet, Mother Earth. Our planet loves us so much and we need to do the same before it's too late. Thank you.
It is so good to see the youth's concern about nature's conservation. For continuing this talk, let's welcome code number 8.
Good morning, namaste, and assalamu alaikum to one and all present over here. Today, you all have gathered here for a reason. Don't forget that, my friend. Today, we all have gathered here for a reason. And I would like to start off by telling you a common human psychology. That is, to desire, to covet, to want, to crave. I mean, we all desire that how nice it would be if the weather would not be too sunny. You know, it makes us sweat a lot. How nice it would be if the cool breeze keeps going on and on and on. How nice it would be if we would have plenty of fresh water to drink and it would never end. How nice it would be. And we keep on desiring stuff. We keep on desiring. But I want to ask you all a question today, that we all desire our environment to be a bed of roses. But how many of us are endeavoring it to be so? Ask this question to yourself, that how many of us are endeavoring it to be so? Let me tell you, my friend, the time has come for us to be greedy and not to be greedy. To sit in the shade on a fine day and look upon the wood in green hills is the most beautiful refreshment. But what would happen if there would be no hills, no trees, no river, no rain? What would happen if the ozone layer completely gets depleted, my friend? What would happen? We need to think about it. I mean, when I see, it gives me a horrific view of we all in it, and there's no way out. In the language of social media, we can say hashtag no hope left. Today, I want you to know that you have a purpose, my friend. When God created Adam and Eve, He created them with a purpose. He created them so that they can take care of the Garden of Eden. And it is really inconceivable and shameful to see that how we have evolved from caretakers to the biggest threat present to the nature on this planet Earth. I want to tell you, my friend, that you sitting over here have a purpose. I have a purpose. We all sitting in this auditorium have a purpose, and that purpose is to protect our environment. That purpose is to preserve our nature. How we can do it? Try driving less motorbikes. try to carpool, try to move by feet, to cover short distances, try all these things, my friend. Try to recycle, try to reuse. Because CO2, let me tell you, my friend, it is the major contributor to the pollution that the vehicles are producing today. So, keep on inspiring people and get inspired. And at last, I would just like to ended up by telling you that the earth, my friend, it does not belong to us, but we belong to the earth. And we have certain duties to perform. I mean, we all have heard earlier that we all talk about rights, but nobody talk about duties. I want you to know that keep performing duties, keep enjoying rights, my friend. Thank you.
As the quote number 8 says, we never noticed the beauty of nature because we were too busy recreating it. Now, let's welcome our second last contestant, code number 9.
Good morning, Father, Professors, and my dear friends. This is Satyam Raj of BA 1D, and today I am here to deliver a speech on World Nature Conservation Day. But before I start, I would like to say a few lines in our native language to awaken our souls. गम में छा जाए ना ये जग, इस हेतु है मानव तू जग. तेज सड़क पर भीड़ लगी है, वाहनों की कतार से छोड़ रहे वो धुआं काली, शोर मचाती बारी बारी. खांस रहे पड़ोस के काका, अगली अपनी बारी है. पाँव जमीन पे डाल तो देखो, सड़क किनारे मंजिल है, जिसको तय करने को तूने खान की स्तर कम की है. आज पकड़ लेगा रफ्तार, कल वो खान तो खाली है, आगे संसाधन की बचत पर कभी एक नजर डाली है. रक्षित हो हमारा भविष्य पर, ले अग्नि जलवायु की शपथ, ले अग्नि जलवायु की शपथ. If we refuse to be used, it's the earth whom we accuse. Today, countless species of plants and animals are threatened with extinction, and others we have already lost. Habitat destruction, pollution, climatic change have a heavy toll on our wildlife. Nowadays, trees are metaphorically screaming to us, please adopt me, because my parents are killed by something called development. But what sort of development is that? When will we wake up? Only when the last tree dies, and the last river being polluted, and the last fish being caught. Is this the time when we realize that we can't eat our money? So the question is, what can we do to save the environment? Well, there are many ways, but I would like to mention a few of them. At first, educate yourself about the reckless consumption of resources by human beings and its consequences in near future. Secondly, organic farming is the need for an hour. We can even make huge differences by adopting small household changes like taking shorter showers and avoiding use of plastic-made commodities. Remember, we only have one planet to live on. So let's work together and bring a happy weather. Because if Earth is our home and then environment is its roof, save both to save life. So keep calm and save the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, code number 9. We are all pleased with your speech. Last but not the least, let's welcome our last contestant, code number 10, to take over his seat.
Good morning, everybody present here. First of all, I feel very much fortunate that I got an opportunity to deliver a speech on such an important topic. A topic which has become the need of the hour, World Nature Conservation Day. Basically, what comes in our mind when we think about this term, nature? Forest cover, trees, plants, and other resources given to us by Mother Nature. But the question is whether it's in good condition or not, whether it's in safe hands or not. And sadly, the answer is no. In last few decades, nature has been unscientifically exploited just for development. Development in the sense industrialization, infrastructural development. I'm not against development, Development is acceptable, but it should be sustainable. For the next generations also, we should leave something. And it's not about, it's our nature from inside, what we are. We should have compassion towards anything. We should think about these things. We are just busy with our own life, with 9-to-5 job, with earning money, with making our life peaceful. But we never think about these things because we just focus on ourselves and not on these things. While we are waiting for a single day, 28th July, 5th June, for this purpose, it's a basic thing. We should not wait for a single day. And while we are waiting for some others to take initiative, government, conservationists, environmentalists, we should take initiative on our own. We can also do something for it. If a person takes oath that he will plant a tree, a sapling, on his birthday, then that can also bring a big change in the coming years. Heat waves in Europe, in Alaska, in these types of continents, where the climate is very cool, people are just suffering from heat waves in these places also. Then what about India? It's not a problem of Indian subcontinent. It's all about our mindset. We are not aware of these things, and we never think about these things because we are just busy in 9-to-5 job, in earning money, and in having a good course, getting colleges in good, getting into good institutions. Thank you. And it's my earnest appeal to everyone present here to be aware about this and take your own part in this. Thank you.
Thank you, code number 10, for such an impressive speech. Thank you and give a huge round of applause to all the participants for drawing our attention towards such an important issue with their thoughts. You all did a great job. So, now I would like to invite our Rector, Father Joseph Tharvanan SJ, to kindly come upon the stage for the announcement of the results.
Thank you. Before I make the announcement, it's here. I want to say two things. One is, I want to congratulate all the participants. You have done well. The two of us judges, I'm sure Father Sebastian will agree with me, had difficulty in deciding who should get up first. It was difficult. You have done well. Two things. One is the content. I think you have done well. All of you had enough material. You have researched. You have found the matter that was important for you. In the presentation, it was fairly good. That is, in the delivery itself, maybe a couple of suggestions. One is, you should address the members of the jury and the audience when you come and begin your speech. Some of you did, some of you overlooked that. And then, since the mic is on your right hand, it is difficult to make any gestures. I know that. Some of you tried, but it is not possible. And body movement, body posture, all these are taken as part of the presentation. That was a little, perhaps, needs some improvement. With all that, I would give everybody 8 out of 10, everybody, but some would get, some did a little better, others may not be as good as the best. So, any guess? Code number, any guess? 8. Here it is. Code number 3 gets the first. Code number 3. to your favorite number 8. Code number 8. And the third place goes to code number 2.
Totally Kohli.
Thank you, Father, and congratulations to all the winners. Now, it's time to conclude this program by calling Shubhangi Krishna of BCP second year for the vote of thanks.
One of the first conditions of happiness is that the link between men and nature shall not be broken. With this quote by Leo Tolstoy, I wish good morning to you all. I, Shubhangi Krishna of BCP 2A, feel honored and privileged to propose a heartfelt vote of thanks. I graciously thank our principal and vice principal for their unstinted support for this function. I thank the Social Awareness Committee for organizing this event and profound gratitude to Father Martin Porras SJ, Guide of Social Awareness Committee, Professor Farhan Khalid, Chair of Social Awareness Committee, Professor Kalpana Kumari, Professor Alok Baran and Professor Ranjit Singh for their valuable contribution and support. A very special thanks to all the professors, administrative staff and maintenance staff. I would also like to thank our BMC department for their photography and videography. I thank our participants for giving excellent performance and making this competition interesting and meaningful. At last, but not the least, I would like to thank our audience for being patient and gentle. Once again, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you, Jai Xaviers.